Hello friends, welcome to a new video about auto generation of documentation which are covered in previous video using Enterprise Architect. Now we'll be going through an open source free tool called Doxygen and how to generate documentation in those using those tools. So in this tool you can see it can generate beautiful class diagrams and also the documentation related to the member functions and the member variable. So you can basically move on to different classes and see their class diagram and their functions. So once you can even do an possibility of an skipping to various class based on the clicks, because this is an HTML based view and it allows you to easily navigate between different classes like this. Now you see if I click on this observer class, it moves to the observer class and it will be able to see okay, it's an interface and how it is inherited and what are the member functions in it. So those kind of details we can see when we can navigate into different classes also. So this one was the simple observer class which I've discussed in my previous video also. We can see that interface it is taken from an interface observer, simple observer class, concrete class is generated. Those kind of details we can see, and even there you can see the complete class list in your entire project, like what all classes are there within your class list, and even class list and class index. This way also you can navigate, and even class hierarchy way also you can get the complete list of the classes, what's happening, interaction between them is how it is happening. We can see in this tool. So even you can generate it into an Word document also. So those kind of flexibility also is there in this tool. So now let's quickly move on to this Doxygen tool and it working. So this is the actual Doxygen GUI interface. Even there is a command line interface, I think, but GUI is easy to use and do the configuration. So basically, you have to specify. Now, first thing you have to step one is here, as it has mentioned, you have to specify the directory, like which directory you want to use this thing. So let me copy paste the directory in which the code is there. This is that observer class pattern. These are the generated files we have already generated. So these files are seen. So these are the code part of it, which you can see here, where things code is lying. So let me select this folder. So similarly, you have to give the source code directory, that is the same directory where it has to be generated. So you select that observer where the observer pattern code is there, and scan this recursively you can select. And destination you can directory you can leave it. It's fine. It will take the same directory. If you want to customize your output directory, you can give different path. So the second path is now different modes are there. So you can do this is Java code. You can select this optimized for Java code. So it will draw the class diagrams in a better way, and all entities you can select documented entities or all it should select. So even you can add with this here. Next thing is output, so you can select with the navigation panel. So even the navigation panel will come, and other options are there. You can make it with the manual pages whether different options are there. To keep simple, I am not selecting those options. Then next, to generate the class diagram, you can use the Graphviz package or the built-in class diagram generator. So built-in class diagram generator does not generate like in a more beautiful way. So let me select the Graphviz and we have to select all the options here. So next, once we have done this part, we have to move to the expert part here. Since we have selected Graphviz, we have to move to the dot. So in this, we have to give the dot path directory. Means the graph is binary directory. You can give here also dia path is there. Once after selecting class diagrams, this option will be enabled. So we can give the path. This path will be in the program files which where you have installed it. So let me quickly move on to there. Program files, Doxygen, and here the bin directory will be there. This is where I placed my Graphviz bin. This you can download it from internet, or sometimes it comes within the Doxygen package itself. So once if it is not there, you can download it, the stable release whichever is there, upload it. Graphviz, and move to the binary and select the binary file. And similarly, you have to give this path here also, to the dot path. So let me select the dot path and give it here, and similarly you can select most of the option and play around with this. And this number of threads can be 0 for a smaller project. If you are running out on a big project, you can increase the these things. and these are the major options which you can give. And there are some things like project logo, color kind of options also that you can play around. And different options are there in this also regarding latex formatting and that manual pages which we have not selected this time, but you can play around with those options as well. Now once done, you can go to run button, so and click on run Doxygen. So once you do this, it will the Doxygen tool starts running. It starts speaking reiterating towards all the classes. Once it is iterated, then it will start generating the class diagrams. So once the class this message you can see running dot this thing. This means this is for the class diagram through the Graphviz tool. So once if it is done, you will be able to see this option show HTML output which I have shown you. So let this tool generate. So once if it has generated, we'll be able to see the tool in this way. The show HTML will create this option. You can navigate through down buttons also. If the navigation project is selected, so now this is the generated thing. You can see it's the same thing. The color options were all changed, so you can see different color codes generated in the same path. So this is the thing which helps in documentation and everything. You can have even the member functions details all. So that will go with file list. In file list, you can see the complete file wise. You can start moving around, like which are the interfaces, which are the classes which is used in this project. So this will be quite useful for the developers to understand like what is happening. Even if you write documentation into your code and give a certain tags, it will populate the messages here. So basically now nothing is written, so we are just getting the member functions and whatever is used. So this will be very useful for developers who are looking into the legacy code. Hope this tool helps in your project as well.